could happen.
Let's get into one thing, get into one person individually. Well, actually, we'll do that in a little bit. Let's go to the other side.
Spoiler alert.
Go to the other side. CM Punk won.
Yeah.
I gave him a ranch chance in hell on that one. I really didn't think that. I thought A, he would win, he would lose, or B, he would win, and here came, Money in the Bank winner won it the back that night. So, yeah, we have a new savior, which, that's not going to be.
It wasn't going to be Del Rio.
It's not going to be Alberto.
Because he's like heel of heels.
But, Punk won. And bravo, I mean, you got to love the guy winning the world title in his last night, spoiler alert, in front of his hometown. In his mind, I believe in his mind that was still his last night.
Yeah, and the fans truly...
They ate it up.
Chicago. I've read in a couple books, wrestling books, they've always said Chicago fans are the loudest. And that night proved it. You can almost not hear Punk's music for the cheers.
Because it was Punk, and he's from Chicago. And Punk has always loved... Chicago's always loved Punk.
Yeah.
He can go out there and shoot a baby. And if he's in Chicago, it's going to go over like crazy.
Go over.
That baby was a murderer in the future or something. Punk
it was
knew
Damien.
I mean, Punk knew. Yeah, he was the Antichrist, and Punk knew it and saved the world.
Exactly.
So, Vince kind of screwed... screwed Cena out of this. Because it was really... This was going to be the whole Bret Hart thing all over again. And
I'm pretty impressed that WWE had the presence of mind to say, oh, we could do that. We could do Vince running out and about to do the whole sharpshooter thing again, because most fans don't remember that.
They're too young.
Yeah, for one thing, they're too young, and they don't remember the whole
Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah, Montreal Screwjob. I was trying to remember what it is.
Basically, what happened, if you don't know, you younger wrestling fans, this was years. This was back in the 90s.
Yeah, I can't remember the year.
Bret was going over to WCW. Tells you how long ago this was. There was a WCW. Yeah. Bret was going over to WCW. And they were in Canada. He was world champion in WWE. He had already signed his WCW contract. He was leaving the next night. He was leaving on Monday night.
He was going to leave after Monday. Because he said
he was going to leave. That's what I'm saying. He was going to leave on Monday night. Monday night was his last night.
Because that was the deal. He said, Vince, I'll drop the belt on Raw. I don't know if we're going in Canada.
Because the pay-per-view was in Canada.
Montreal, the Survivor Series.
The Raw was in the U.S.
Yes.
So he says, okay, I'll drop the belt to Michaels, but I'm doing it on Raw.
Yeah.
Me personally, I thought that was a little chauvinistic, a little egotistic of
Bret Hart. Chauvinistic? What? Never.
Because you don't get the call when you lose your belt, especially if you leave in the company, especially if you've already signed the contract with the other company.
You kind of all his buying power at that point.
Yeah. And I will say now that Shawn Michaels, in his book, has acknowledged the fact he knew everything.
But what could he do? He was just
following orders. And they're like, we're going to give you the world title. No, I don't want the world title.
Because they're like, hey, Triple H, you want the world title?
Yeah, they just move on to someone else. So, that's how he won that back when he was in DX. But anyway, moving back up, that's what they were going to do. It was even the WWE website harkened it to that.
Yeah.
So, Cena slides out, beats up Vice President of Personnel, whatever his name is. I forget what his official title, but he was basically VP of Personnel.
He was the meat shield.
Punched him.
Because he wasn't going to punch Vince.
Wolf's back in the ring. STF. No, Vince, no. He slides back in the ring. Vince is on the apron yelling at him.
Yeah. Punk
swings him around. Boom, go to sleep. 1, 2, 3. And then, Vince is going crazy.
Yeah, because that's what
crazier than Vince is right now. And, he calls Alberto out there. Alberto comes out there. Boom, another go to sleep. Yeah. Punk slides out of the ring, goes into the crowd, and once again, you're in Chicago, so you're never going to find Punk in a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
They enveloped him. So Punk is gone.
Yeah. But, on that,
spoiler alert.
the gone, You go to the TNA website, it's funny because we all
TNA
thought.
was going to sign Punk. They wanted Punk. They were salivating.
And honestly, I think they still think they're going to get him because if you look at their website and their on-demand thing, they have things for CM Punk up there.
Yeah.
They say watch CM Punk's old matches in, which I guess Vince doesn't own because Vince doesn't own everything.
Yeah.
Bouts for Honor. So I'm really confused. Is Punk really leaving and they postponed it for a month for this one match?
I don't know.
Or is TNA just like,
whatever?
F you, we'll do what we want.
Well, they were going to get Jericho. They were going to get Jericho for years.
And
he just never officially signed. And then, you had Jericho came back to WWE and all that stuff. So anyway, moving on to the next night, possibly one of the most historic nights in Raw history. You had a great series, a great 8-person tournament.
Yeah, it was really, that's not a bad match.
Enjoyable. Came down to Miz and Mysterio. And I thought it was going to happen that night. I thought somehow Miz was going to get over his injury and win.
Yeah.
Here came Alberto Del Rio, I'm the champion because Alberto's an ass.
Yeah.
And there you go. But no, they postponed it 1 week. Vince has this huge, this is what's up with John Cena thing. Something happened in that pay-per-view that has never happened, in that show that has never happened ever. And it happened with John Cena. I've told you this. It amazed me. John Cena, Vince's golden boy, referenced directly TNA wrestling.
Yeah.
That's never happened ever. They've referenced it one other time as a joke. He said, and I quote, "I will go to another promotion, brother."
Right, and we all know what he's talking about though. He's talking about Hogan.
And the crowd went wild.
Yeah.
The crowd went wild. But he referenced TNA. That's huge for TNA.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The man, the company just acknowledged you exist.
Yeah, and it's not like it was
slap a hand, slap the face.
Well, it's not like it was Santino or something. This was John freaking Cena. Who is the man pretty much in WWE, saying, "Hey, TNA, I would go from here to here, that they're equals," which we all know they're not.
Yeah,
but he always acknowledged it, so that's saying something.
Yeah, it really is. So out comes Triple H. Comes out, he's the new, COO, whatever, Chief Operating Officer.
I thought that was a typo.
I mean, that's
what they're calling him? Oh, okay.
COO. It's not CEO, because that's always been and always will be Linda McMahon. Until she hands it down to Stephanie.
When they just appears. Oh. Hands off of that.
Yeah. So, here's my question to you, Matt. Is this the passing of the torch? Because I'm going to start off by saying this. When Vince retires, because he's going to have to eventually, he has two choices. He can give it to somebody random,
which won't happen. No.
Or he can give it to Tripp
and Stephanie.
Because
Shane's gone.
Shane doesn't want to be in wrestling.
And Linda's in politics.
And she's old.
Yeah,
so
she's
old. Can't really give it to Linda.
Yeah.
So you have to really give it to Tripp and Stephanie. Is this the beginning of the passing of a torch?
I think it was passed because that whole promo was kind of weird. Because if you notice, there was something going on there beyond beyond the story. Tripp was legitimately crying, and so was Vince.
And Tripp wanted Vince to go backstage.
Yeah, well, I think that part was
planned, but
But they were both crying legitimately.
Tripp doesn't cry.
Yeah.
Tripp did not cry when Eddie died.
No,
Tripp did not cry when Owen died.
Yeah.
The only other time we've ever seen Triple H cry is when Shawn Michaels retired.
Yeah. So it's rare.
And with Flair retired.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that was Vince saying, "This is it. I'm done." Because there was no in it, and I say it because there was no big storyline that came out of it. I mean, involving Vince. Yeah.
We're going to throw in the yet.
Because I could see Vince coming back as a manager. But if even Vince comes back, I don't think it'll be as a whatever. He'll be as a manager, maybe the Punk, or somebody like that. I don't see Vince being a manager.
Maybe coming back as an announcer because that is what he used to do.
I can't see that either, though. I mean,
well, I see that before manager.
Or head of a group.
Yeah. Okay. A new corporation.
Yeah.
But passing up the torch.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's happened.